If you guys have been watching our series Run What You've Brung, you know that the TRX behind me is undefeated. We first raced it against, what's a bunch of Raptors? Is that a herd? Anyway, a bunch of Raptors, and they all lost. Then we decided to take it up a notch and take it against a GT 500 Mustang. And guess what? The Mustang lost. Then we got a dragster that was basically a Toyota Tundra, and that lost as well. But today may be the day that the TRX finally loses, because come with me, we've got something really special that we're going to be racing. Nathan, what is this?
This is a 1954 International pickup truck that came to us from Colorado Springs, but it has something special underneath.
Yeah, because somehow I doubt that a 54 International is going to be able to keep up with a TRX, but we shall see. Hey guys, I'd like you to meet Eric and Eddie. Eric is the young man whose truck we're going to be racing, but you may be thinking to yourself, an old International can't keep up with a Hellcat powered TRX. You would be wrong. First of all, tell me about the truck, because it's more than just an old International, right?
Yeah, so I mean, it, like I said, it's 54 International Harvester. It was my great-grandpa's truck. You know, he bought it brand new in 54 for his farm. And then it went to my uncle, who he had it for a few years, and he said whenever it used more oil than gas, that
they all do.
Yeah, that he didn't need it anymore. So we went ahead and bought it from him, and over time we set it on a 2000 Silverado chassis, and we put a turbo on the motor that's in the Silverado, along with the Z06 cam and some ARP rod bolts. I mean, other than that though, it's just 5.3.
So how hard was it to transplant an old International on a new Silverado?
It actually wasn't a bad job.
Yeah.
I mean, we used the front mounts right off of the frame to the International, and then we just spaced up the back of the cab to meet it, and we moved the rear axle. We just took the rivets out of the shackles, moved it forward, and then we just drilled it and put it back on and cut the back of the frame off, and we had a truck. Made some dry shaft.
The crazy thing is that everything works, right? You've got heating, you got air conditioning, you got cruise control. So basically, while on the inside it may look like it's from the 50s, it actually drives like it's, well, modern.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
But here's the interesting part. Now you guys may be thinking, so what? You've got an old truck that's kind of transplanted on a new chassis, but you guys race this truck. How fast is it in the quarter mile?
Well, at Bandimere it's gone 1186 at 114 miles per hour.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Do you think you'll have a shot at beating the TRX?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we launch it in four-wheel drive like I think you guys do, and so, yeah, we'll see.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's get to the racing.
We don't know a lot about this engine because they never actually dynoed it, which is actually kind of cool because it was built with a lot of leftover parts. It's a 5.3 liter V8, but it's turbocharged, intercooled, and it even has air conditioning and power steering. So it's kind of a modern truck that's built up with really, really surprising performance. And on top of that, it's four-wheel drive. That's one of the issues. See, this is a very light truck. We don't know how light. I'm guessing around 5,000 pounds. But that Ram is really heavy. So, lightweight, turbocharged, four-wheel drive, which means traction. It's going to be a hell of a race.
This is a brutal truck, dude. I think this may be the day that the TRX loses.
I saw you practicing. I'm a little worried.
All right, well, let's see what happens here. We're gonna have to let this engine spool up a little bit, so
it'll take a second.
10-4 on that. I don't want to lose, but that thing was ridiculously fast. Oh, he got a bad start. I don't think you got a good start.
Yeah, Zach didn't let us pull up.
All right, tell him what we need, like a 5-second thing.
Yeah, he didn't let it. You'll hear it. It'll go do, 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 and then I can launch.
Yeah, I'll tell him.
Yeah, that was thrilling and terrifying at the same time because the steering on this is a little, well, 1953-ish, even though it's got a more modern chassis underneath. But yeah, it's, you know, just trying to keep it on the drag strip is really right now my biggest concern.
So you're going to have to give him a longer period to spool it up.
They were just explaining.
Oh, okay.
I don't do that.
Okay.
We're here at I Am My Motorsports, and you too can bring your truck here and drag race or rent the track or go over there and play in the dirt on your motorcycle by clicking on the link below. I'm both exhilarated and terribly nervous. I don't want to blow up this old truck, nor do I want to lose this race, so we'll try it again.
I'm a major coffee guy. Love me some coffee. In fact, pretty much above everything else. Maybe cigars are pretty good. But the point is that this is as good as coffee and Red Bull, and Coitus, a few other things. I love racing in the morning. Great way to warm up, especially if I win. All right, guys, let's talk about the TRX because we talk about the TRX a lot. And it's because it has 702 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque, and it's hooked up to an 8-speed automatic transmission feeding all 4 wheels because, well, you can't get these so far. You can't get these in rear-wheel drive. It's basically like an all-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive setup, which is great for traction, except it weighs as much as a small planet, so it's a lot heavier than that International. It's going to be an interesting race.
All right, here we go. Race number 2. And this is really up to me, not up to... I think this truck definitely can take the TRX.
All right. He's coming!
God.
I think I still got a better launch than you did, but yeah, I don't know.
Dude, that was 3.92, 0 to 60.
3.92?
3.92.
But I think that this thing launches better than that. But that's faster because you were definitely catching me.
Yeah, I think this one's faster. That one launches better. But that's crazy.
If this was a longer track, you would have had me no problem.
Yeah.
But I think on our small track, this is still faster.
Yeah, so, yeah, but 3.92.
Man, ridiculous. I'm not too surprised. The tires are kind of narrow on that International GMC, thing. And I think that if you had wider tires, get traction down a little bit better. Then again, more weight. Although I don't think it's going to affect that thing. I guarantee you it's a faster truck on a quarter-mile run. I know, screaming, why not a quarter? We don't have a quarter-mile place to run, especially during the winter.
Even though that was mostly a tie, this truck is brutal and beautiful, and yeah, that was all up on the driver, not on the truck. Pretty amazing. 3.92, 0 to 60. Holy cannoli. Yeah, I am humbled by what these guys have done. Nathan, that was both exhilarating and terrifying. I gotta tell you, that truck is incredible. I mean, running on street tires, going that quickly, it's really a question of, the truck's ability is much bigger than my cojones.
Yeah, not only that, I gotta tell you, there were a couple things that were scaring me. I was able to see you in the rearview mirror, and the rear end's kind of doing this on your truck, and you're flying towards me like some sort of nightmare. And you were next to me, basically, by the time we finished, and I figured any longer, you know, a quarter mile or even another 20 feet, and you would have had me. But more importantly, it's not our truck, so if you turned into a burning ball of death, it would have been on you, which meant you would have been dead, which means it would have been on Tommy and me to talk to the guys, and they have large wrenches and stuff like that, and I don't want to be beaten because you blew up their truck. So it all worked out really well for me.
Yeah, I think officially we have found a faster truck than the TRX, and yeah, that was, I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my life. That thing is such a crazy hoot. I mean, you expect this thing to be, you know, like this 1950s
Yeah,
Mary Pop. It's brutal, man. It's brutal.
I got an idea. Let's do the same exact thing at Tommy's truck. That F100 we just bought.
Well, we have to get these guys to, you know, LS swap it. As always, this is Roman
And Nathan.
saying thanks for watching, and check out TFLtruck.com for more news, views.
And real world drag racing badass reviews.
Yeah, I gotta go change my underwear. See ya.
I'll see you.